Welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. Last time we started going through the rest of the Temple of the Ocean King, or the first part of the Temple of the Ocean King, actually taking out all the phantoms, which we can now do that we have the Phantom Sword. That was a terrible throw. Again, if you recall, this is where the first, like, real big skip of this playthrough actually comes into play, because you can actually skip a lot if you manage to have carried a key from a previous floor to this floor, because that means you have two keys, including one you're not supposed to have yet, meaning you can actually access a major shortcut in an upcoming floor. Now, I want to get caught here. I don't know why the music sounded like it cut out for a second. Like, it seemed to get really quiet all of a sudden. So chest appears there, which doesn't quite help us. I don't know if the Phantom Eyes count for this or not. It'll be something to look up. By the way, I think is this the floor where they can actually call another Phantom? Apparently not. So that's actually completely RNG because, truth be told, this is actually a second run. And the first run I got I think a Hammerrock plume. So yeah, that's actually completely RNG. That's interesting. I wonder when it's determined, when like the RNG is determined for that. In any case, we have the two keys, so now we are free to just progress to the end of the section. Now, for some reason, I had a hard time remembering, and yes, this is actually a second attempt, because on my first attempt, I completely forgot where the triangle crystal is in one of the upcoming floors. I don't know how I forgot, but I completely forgot the location of it. So I actually had to go find it again off screen, and then afterwards I was like, oh wow, that was really obvious. How did I forget that? My mind works in mysterious ways, I feel. Yet again, just as a reminder, and you want to do this on this floor, the, eye switch there, I think... Wait, actually, what did the eye switch there do? I thought it shut off all the wind, but it didn't. So this actually works out. We didn't get hit, so it especially works out. But yeah, there we go. Piece of cake. So that appears down there, which is actually a good place for it. And also, I think this is also a random treasure. Yeah, I don't know if I got that last time. I think I might have gotten something different. But again, these guys are interesting from the standpoint of, if you shake them off like this, you actually stun them. So that's actually a decent way to actually defeat Phantom Eyes. Okay, there we go. I think that worked. Now, to be honest, I also forgot what the order of the three crystals was in the next, safe floor, I guess you could call it. So that'll be fun. Yeah, I was at this segment, I completely... Oh. Sometimes it's really finicky walking versus going back into a door. So I was just trying to nudge forward so I don't, you know, barrel off the edge. Also... I went through the blocks, or I fell in between the blocks, which is like... That feels like it takes skill to actually be that precise, and by precise I mean clumsy. So there's a phantom on the left side of the map. You actually want to get that one last, because that's where the treasure spawns, on the left side. This is the circle crystal, or circle, yeah, round crystal. So yes, we have a locked door in the upper right corner, and I kind of showed this last time because I messed that up. But yes, this is actually a shortcut if you have that extra key. Obviously, the designers know what they're doing by putting that key there. So I'm gonna get caught on purpose, lure him over, and then when he turns his back, I can get a free hit. That feels like it's the best, most reliable strategy for taking out phantoms in this particular stretch of the game. Oh yeah, can you actually get me? Because I thought there was no way across. Yeah, there isn't on this floor, it's the next floor where there's actually a hidden bridge. So with that, we can now go to B8. Which, yes, this is that upper path that this connects to, and that actually saves us a lot of time than going the other route, going all the way around, basically. Oh shoot! I was afraid that he would have gone to the loud floor before I could, and then that would have been bad. Yeah, now that I actually remember what to actually do here, this should be pretty easy. This switch, yeah, we don't need the triangle crystal to activate that. We can just use the regular. So that opens that door, but I don't think we want to take that door. Unless I'm just being silly and I could actually do something really easily. Which actually, I think that's gonna be the case. I feel like I screwed up. Like, there's actually a really easy way to do this, but I don't know what that way is, so I screwed up. But hey, we took out all the phantoms on this floor. Now we also have to remember to go back to the previous floor. So we're gonna do that really quickly. Right now, and take out this phantom on this floor, because again, you have to take out every phantom in order to get the next segment to unlock. And again, the chest appears in the top left, so you might as well save this one for last. Also, phantoms do not respawn if you leave the floor, so you don't have to defeat everything in one go. So keep that in mind as well. That's super important to keep in mind, that you do not have to defeat all the phantoms on your first visit to the floor. You can kind of take time with it. Now I think I'm being silly, and I'm going to explain why I think I'm being silly in a moment. So I'm gonna do this like the traditional way, in an experiment to see if there's maybe off screen, but like for example here, you have these flames. So my question is, can you hookshot through the flames? And if so, that would be a major time saver, because getting this triangle crystal is kind of procedure otherwise. Can I hookshot it? I can. So I'm gonna try something, leaving the triangle crystal there, and then trying to hookshot it from the other side. I do not have a clue if this will work or not, but it's worth a try. It also occurred to me I could just use the square crystal instead of doing that. So that was just me being forgetful again. Clearly. Okay, that is not where the path is. I got it first try on the previous one, where I legitimately took the right path first try, and I have no clue how that happened, because again, I was just guessing where it was, and I ended up guessing right, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, I screwed up. I should have just used the square crystal to get to the triangle crystal. That would have been a lot more efficient. It's like he's in the wall. The reason I'm being so cautious around those things is the Wizrobes actually can take sand from you. So like if you get hit, you lose 15 seconds. So I'm trying to preserve time, obviously. So I'm being very cautious about the Wizrobes and making sure to hit them at a fair distance. And I think I killed that one in the wall, so I don't get the time bonus. I'm not gonna try to hookshot the chest from there, because then I'd be stuck over there, and then that would not be good. Okie dokie then. What was the order? I feel like a square, circle, triangle, but I don't know if that was right or not. I mean, if we picked wrong, then we just, you know, we just go back out and try it again. Okay, that was actually right. Cool. We're about halfway through the video, I think. These next floors are kind of long, so that's why I say half. These guys teleport, if you recall, which actually makes them a little bit tough to take out, because you can't just... They're a little bit harder to take out when they're like... Well, yeah, because they do that. Exactly. This floor is actually notable for being the first time we actually get to use the hammer for something. Sadly. I really wish the hammer had been better implemented to the point where it was actually used in a lot more puzzles. it's one of the things I do find to be a missed opportunity, in that it's just not utilized enough. So we got a bomb chew, so we can hit the switch. What does this switch do? Does that lower the spikes? Okay, it does. So I guess he's probably gonna come back this way now. So I guess just hang out until he does his thing. It's just a lot of fun, just sitting here with Boulder. Cue Indiana Jones jokes. What happens if I hit him from the front with a boulder? Okay, that works too. I was like, do I have to hit him from behind? So that treasure chest appears. Now, that one isn't special, because we can kill the phantoms on this floor pretty easily on our own. So, it's not a big deal. I wonder if it'll have anything in it, because... yeah, I'm not sure if we're supposed to have seen that yet. What does this do? Oh, it's that. Okay, so we're on track, I think. This is a clever dungeon. Again, people just have issues with the fact that you have to, one, do it a lot, and two, you have to... I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it uses your abilities to as great of an extent as I would have liked. It would have been really nice if you could do more cool stuff in this dungeon, but you really can't. And that's my big complaint with it. It's just kind of underutilized, if anything. Also, you don't actually need to blow up the wall, because now we actually have this, so you can just run along the outside if you so desire. And yeah, it's still a big green rupee. But there was another chest too. Again, I'm not sure if the Phantom Eyes are optional for this, so I'm just being on the safe side and just taking them out to be sure. This should be number 30, which goes to the Northeast Quadrant, to no one's surprise. Now here's where the big skip of this floor comes into play, or this section comes into play. So we have to kill the phantoms. That's the unfortunate part of all of this. I'm gonna wait till he does that. By the way, something to keep in mind is they always, when they teleport, they tend to be facing the screen. So if you can get into a hiding point that's actually not facing the screen, that actually works pretty well. At least from what I found. So remember this floor, we had to hit 4 switches on the little pillars, which sounds like a Super Mario 64 gimmick, doesn't it? But the gimmick is completely broken now because we have the hammer, and we can actually do a major skip of this floor. The next floor we're not so lucky, but this floor we can at least cut a few corners with. Again, we don't have to defeat those guys, I don't think, but just to be on the safe side. I'm actually not sure, because I thought I heard a little proof of it despawning right as I was actually leaving, and I wasn't sure if that actually was counted or not. Okay, this is a little bit tricky from the standpoint of that guy. And sadly, you can't kill him from over there. Hit this, launch yourself, and run like heck. That's my advice. Now, we couldn't get this chest before because it was harder to get around the entire level over there. Wow, that's right next to the warp. That's nice. I'm waiting him out. Please warp. Right here. Oh, come on. His hitbox doesn't load in as soon as his animation does, so I was getting a little bit... like, I was trying to figure that out. Now, also, I don't remember if it has to do with placing them or if it involves retrieving them. But, okay, it's retrieving the force gem that actually spawns it, so that's actually good to know. I actually don't mind getting caught because, honestly, he'll just patrol on this loud floor, and it'll just become a nightmare trying to actually trying to sneak up on him on this loud floor. So it's just faster to do it that way. welcome to your last use of the hammer for the entire rest of the game. Because, to my knowledge, it's never used again. Which is kind of sad. Now, Wizwebs appear if you actually place all the gems one at a time. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to place them one at a time. Or all at once. Since I think you get a treasure for defeating the Wizwebs, but we already got that. So, yeah, I'm going to just take this nice and slow and... Okay, that worked. Wasn't sure if that was gonna work, but it did. Open this up. And another force gem, but another phantom too. But we can actually take him out really easily. I was really afraid he was gonna turn around right as I was lunging towards him and I'd be stuck. Because that happens in this game, getting stuck because you're just mid-animation. That happens in like every game though, to be fair, but it seems to be worse when you're on a touchscreen. Well, if that wasn't congratulatory, I don't know what is. But hey, we got a big gold rupee for defeating all the phantoms on this floor. That's pretty nice. So place all these. By the way, full disclosure, if you actually complete this twice, on the next floor you'll actually get 2 additional treasure parts. I think the rarity is also skewed really high as well. So definitely keep that in mind. If you want more treasure parts, then don't mind going through it for a 7th time. Or 6th, depending on how quickly you went through the 5th run. You might not need a 6th run. Oh, they're all blue, because that's kind of easy otherwise. Phantoms, they seem to be guarding the final door. Go get them, and get through that door, Link. It's the final trial, of sorts, not to quote Paper Mario. Not Paper Mario, Pikmin. So we have... This is not an easy floor. Mainly because you're very... isolated, and you're kind of stuck. So... And there's like no red pots anywhere. Yeah, it's definitely not the easiest thing in the world to do. I would like to dig that spot, but I also don't want to stop running. I did not mean to hit that button. It's really hard switching items in motion. That's an issue I have with this game. Haha. That worked. We can actually bring this down. Do the flames go away? Because if they don't, then... Yeah, you should probably just bring this pot with you like that. Voila. Piece of cake. Wait, did the phantom despawn or are they just on top of each other? Oh, they're just stuck on the treasure chest. There we go. Got them unstuck. Okay, so yeah, you definitely want to have this particular pot. Now, I think more phantoms spawn in, but I might be mistaken. Yeah, more spawn in. Red ones this time, but the same pattern just repeats itself. They're not that bad, really. As long as you remember to get the save point down here, it's a piece of cake, really. No, this guy's not even facing, so I can actually just lunge right into him. Now we have the gold phantoms, which may actually be the easiest to take out because they teleport, but we're actually at time. Roughly, we have a minute to do this, basically. I think I can do this in a minute. We'll see. But yeah, just to reiterate, again, go through again, and then you get bonus treasure chests. If that's worth it to you for more chip parts, then by all means, go for it. But I personally am not going to go for it, because why would I want to replay this for a 7th time? That opens this door, which is the final door. He did it. Now we can go even deeper in the temple, Link. Go through here, and we actually get a really fancy long staircase, which isn't ominous at all. But this is also a good place to end off. Thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more of The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass.